What's up, everybody? In this video I am going to show you some tips and tricks to make things go more smoothly, and I am also going to show you how to fix some common mistakes. So let's say you have done something to your program and you're ready to test it, and you execute your program and it starts to go, and then error, syntax. A syntax error means that you have typed in something incorrectly into your program. If I hit quit, it's just going to exit out, and that doesn't help me at all. So instead of choosing quit, what you want to do anytime you get an error is you want to choose go to. By going to that error, it's going to take you to the exact spot of that code where you have a mistake. And if you look here, I have some random square root right there that doesn't make any sense. So I should probably get rid of that. And even if it's like in the middle, like instead of 8, I don't know, maybe instead of that 1, I'm just going to do a square root again to make it like random, something I know will mess up. If I execute this code, this program, it's going to get that syntax error. I can go to it. It's going to take you to that exact spot. So notice it's giving me the cursor right after that mistake of the square root, because the thing inside the square root is no good. So always choose a go to error if you're given the option, and then you know exactly where your mistake is. Now another good thing to do is, let's say we're graphing our program. It takes a while to graph, and as you get more and more equations, it's going to graph more and more. Let's say I want to stop it, like before it finishes that next line. Boom! Wait, that was a really bad example. Hold on a sec. Okay, so let's say I'm graphing something and I execute my program, but I decide in the middle of its execution that I want to stop it. While it's graphing, to stop it, hit the on button. The on will stop it from graphing. It'll do a break error. And if you choose go to, it will take you to the part of the code that it was currently at. So whatever it was currently graphing, it's going to take you right to that spot. So mine was in the middle of graphing the second thing, so it took me right to that spot. So that is definitely a good shortcut to use. So like if you know you want to edit a certain spot for a certain graph, if you hit the on button while it's graphing that specific function, it will take you to that part of your program, which is good to know. Alright, the next bit of advice is to always insert your next equation above your previous equation. So hit second insert right there, the delete button. Second delete lets you insert, and now hit enter, and I can put as many blank lines as I want there. The reason this is advantageous is because your program will graph the top things first. So if I want it to graph a new equation and I want to know what it looks like, so I could do second draw function, second program, draw function. Let's say I just want to graph the parabola x squared as part of my graph, but I don't want to wait the whole time for it to graph everything else. I put that above the previous thing and it'll graph in that order. Maybe I also want to graph just, let's say, the line y equals x. It's going to graph it in that order. So I'm going to get my line first, and then I'm going to get my parabola, and then it's going to do everything else that I have in my program. But it definitely saves time to graph your new stuff first. So rather than putting it at the bottom, if I put it at the bottom, let's say I put my new thing at the bottom, draw f x minus 10 squared all the way at the bottom. When I execute my program, that's going to be the very last thing it graphs if I put it at the bottom. So if I want to see how my new function works, I have to wait for it to graph the entire program, which, as you can see, even for this short example program that I've done, is taking a really long time. And as you continue to get more and more finished, it's going to take longer and longer. So there, it finally graphed that last thing. So always put it in at the top, and you will save yourself time. I'm going to show you a couple more tips, but I'm running out of time, so I will need to make those in the next video.